Well,
Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Well, no. So let's shuffle on to that topic now. But I think let's just address one of those rumors that James Gunn has put to bed straight away, right? And it's actually at the start of this. As 2023 kicks off, DC bosses Gunn and Safran continue to sift through the rubble and will soon reveal their 3-year interconnected vision. So 3-year interconnected vision for the cinematic universe, which won't include Cavill's Superman or Wonder Woman at all.
Dumb.
But that's already been put to bed. So DC Studios boss James Gunn addresses Wonder Woman rumor and confirms partial slate reveal this month. So we don't know what this is confirming or actually removing. So obviously someone tweeted him and says, James Gunn, please debunk this one. I hereby debunk it only because it's not true. And that is about Wonder Woman and Superman. When you sort of go to it, it's this part here. Variety reports Wonder Woman will not appear in the first 3 years of DCU at all. I hereby debunk it only because it's not true. And you're like, oh, okay. Well, that's all right then. But that's not saying Gal Gadot.
That's what I mean by political answers.
Yeah.
It's very, 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 very diplomatic. And then someone says, can you discuss the reports from Variety in regards to Ezra Miller, which is what we're going to get to in a minute. In regards to Ezra Miller, the notion that your slate is only 3 years worth of projects. I don't know what's out there about Ezra, but our slate is 8 to 10 years, but we'll only be announcing some of it this month, which is kind of what Variety was saying. Start with a 3-year vision first. And this is nonsense. I don't know what's out there about Ezra. Yes, you do, James. You're a fool if you don't know what's out there about Ezra. Everyone knows.
No way he doesn't know.
There is utterly no way. And also, you're a shit CEO if you don't know anything about Ezra that's out there. It's your job to know that as DC CEO and co-chair. Fuck off. You don't.
Yeah, I have a hard time believing that too. The only part of it I'll say is maybe partially fucking true is that he has been locked away before Christmas. I think it was in the Alps writing shit. So it's very plausible. But I know it's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's all.
Come on, Tom.
It's where he was. He's in St. Louis. If you want to know where he's at, he's in St. Louis now. But anyhow.
Oh, okay.
I know a little bit about it. I told you guys, I know people's, but I can't get any information. He is keeping shit so it's like tight as a fucking. Nobody knows shit.
Let's talk about what was being said about this Ezra Miller situation, which is, which will be the title of this video and probably why you guys even clicked on the stream to begin with, which is they basically fired Henry Cavill, but the rumor is that they're going to keep Ezra Miller. Now, lots of people are like, oh, don't be so stupid. Why would they announce that he's gone when The Flash comes out? You know what? That would actually encourage more people to probably go and watch The Flash, in fairness. Announcing that he's done, probably they've already, people are like, well, why would they announce that? Because they still need to promote The Flash. That's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense because they've already announced that basically the whole thing is being, scrapped anyway. Right? So they're already announcing that the whole thing's being scrapped. So why would anyone watch anything to begin with anyway? It makes no skin off their nose. But here's the thing, right? So as for what Gunn and Safran have planned for DC's future, sources described it as broad, but not a blanket reset. I mean, come on. You've kicked out Henry Cavill. It's pretty much a blanket reset. At this point, nothing is ruled out. Given that Miller... fucking hate this. Given that Miller has stayed out of trouble since beginning mental health treatment in the summer, some executives are amenable to continuing with the actor as the world-saving speedster after The Flash on June 16th. Are those executives high? Have they not been watching the TV or the news?
I would say they're not very high executives because if they were, they'd say who. That's what I say. It's definitely not James Gunn, Peter Safran, or David Zaslav, or they'd mention them. That is what everybody's going off of on this thing. That is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life where people are just assuming that this means they're going forward. This is the kid they were already recasting a few months ago. And the only reason he's still in the film, from what I've heard, is because they ain't spending any more money on it at this point because they know they're resetting things. So why? Why cast another person who's going to probably get recast? That was what I was basically told. So that's why they shut down all this idea, because they did have 2 guys set up as possibilities to replace him in the movie, but it was going to cost them like over $100 million or around $100 million to reshoot all the shit, because he plays 3 different fucking parts. And even though, you know, they said, oh, you know, it's almost impossible because people forget they shoot these things on green screen anyway. All this shit is 90% green screen, so it's not going to be that hard to fix it. But at this point, they've spent so much money on this movie. Don't matter if it makes $1 billion.
Don't forget another 10 million on a Super Bowl, lad.
And that's what I'm saying. They have spent so much on this already that it's just.
Right.
I think they're trying to make it bomb, to be honest with you, so they don't have to pay out any back end deals.
Well, so yeah, I mean, but the thing is, I can believe that some executives would be happy with him staying on, because you got to look at look at the track record of Warner Brothers on a whole, right? And this is why they're insane. So you get rid of Henry Cavill, right? Got rid of, done. We don't want him as Superman anymore. Sure, fine. If we're removing the element, you know, we're just going to look at it as, you know, take them on face value. They want a younger Superman. Sure, okay, fine. But you binned off Johnny Depp the moment he was accused by his ex-wife. Just an accusation. Done. See you later. You had to pay him like $26 million or something like that. Whatever his fee was for Fantastic Beasts. It was a very big fee. It wasn't a small fee. This is Johnny Depp. It was a huge fee. And then you had to pay Mads Mikkelsen his fee as well on top of that, right?
Keep in mind, this is pre-Zasloff, though.
Sure. It doesn't matter, right? Because the point is,
well, maybe not for your point, but I think for context,
well, but it's not for this. So for this point specifically, you then have Ezra Miller at the same time, even before that, choke slamming on video a woman in Iceland, not fired. Literally on video, we can see him doing it. Choke slams a woman in Iceland outside of a bar in Reykjavik. Choke slams her. It's a fan. Then we have all the nonsense that comes out about this guy. Right, being essentially a groomer, starting a cult. You know, he's caused more damage than sharks do in Hawaii in a year. Right, the risk rate of being around Ezra Miller is worse than being around a shark currently. If you're in Hawaii, right, he's literally appeared via live video feed in a Hawaii court. He was charged with a felony crime for breaking and stealing into one of his neighbors' houses.
Well, and this is why. Well,
not fired. Not replaced.
Technically, they were on the verge of it. That's what I was hearing. And there was even rumors outside of that where they were looking at recasting him at that point. And that's when Zasloff was in the picture. So maybe that's where the context does matter. But like I said, so now that all just went off the table because it's just like, we're going to just release this thing as is. Well, is kind of what it is. Yeah.
But they had so long to recast him before they were even beginning to shoot.
Well, and those people were on that side of the aisle. That's what I think context kind of matters, right? Like Toby Emmerich, all these people, these are the same people who kept Henry Cavill down for all these years. They could have made Superman movies. These are the same people that were on that side of the wokey woke aisle that were all, you know, pro Amber Heard, pro Ezra Miller and all their shenanigans.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, they got to go with whatever the woke crowd wants to. Zasloff, on the other hand, he's about making money. He's not about politics. He's already said many, many times, it's stupid to piss off the Republicans. Republicans have money too. Like, it's dumb. You know, so he gets it. He's going to try to neutralize this as much as possible. Again, I have no idea what's going on. I hope it's good. It could fucking suck for all I know. But at this point, I have very, very little faith that Ezra Miller is ever going to play the Flash again.
Well, it's an interesting concept nonetheless. At the end of the day, as it stands now, and remember, they still haven't fired. As it stands now, they still never fired Amber Turd, right?
And I heard similar things about that too. So,
well, but the thing is, you got just accusations. She's actually been, you know, in court, etc. I don't know. The point is, what an absolute shit show. You fired Henry Cavill. You've still got Ezra Miller in place. You could have sorted it out. You've got Amber Turd in place. You could have sorted that out. There's a precedent for them doing this, and they haven't done it in this instance. And it does make you wonder: is it because they're part of a protected class of people? which is, I'll just say,
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
say that is the case. So, but anyway, we'll shuffle on from this.
Well, Nick and Polly didn't really get to comment on this at all. So.
Oh yeah, true. Nick?
I agree with Tom. I don't see. I have little to no faith that Ezra Miller will be in anything DC after this Flash movie. And to take it a step further, I'll be surprised if the Flash movie ever even comes out.
Oh, it's definitely coming out. 100% coming out. I guarantee it.
I mean, it seems like such a mess over there. I mean, I can understand why they're wanting to try to soft reboot or whatever you want to call it, you know, the direction of where they're going, because it's been such a mess. But who knows? I guess we'll just wait and see what the announcements are when they make them.
Yeah. Paulie?
Ezra Miller is not going anywhere.
Oh, hot take. Why?
He's protected. It's all political.
That's
it's all political. And if he was going to go, he would have been gone.
That's what I think.
They
put it there, Paulie.
Also, too, if he can stay out of the limelight, you know, out of the headlines like he's been doing, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I like it. I'm just telling you. Like,
you assume they're actually going to make anything Flash related, though. That's the thing.
I know Hollywood. I know there's a little bit that I know about this that I actually cannot talk about. I can just say they've put in way too much money into this Flash project, and he's not going to go anywhere, guys, unless he f's up again, which could happen. But you know, right now they probably just have him on major lockdown. He's probably not really getting help.
They have to understand he's unstable as hell.
I think they do know. they would have seen. You know,
I mean, you're going to keep somebody like that around and let Cavill freaking walk, but you're going to keep this unstable idiot, around. I mean, like, it makes no sense to me.
Well, it makes sense because Cavill doesn't politically align with a lot of them. That's the first thing. That's the first thing, guys.
Traditionally masculine man.
Yeah. Well, also to his politics. So, listen, it's. I personally think it's disgusting, right? That this is going on. It's unfortunate, but that's the machine of Hollywood, and so we'll see how it comes out. They got a lot riding on this movie, and
a lot of money.
So yeah, that's just my take.
Well, I'm glad you agree with me. Someone does.
Yeah. And I don't even think he's really much of an actor.
He's a terrible actor. He can't even fucking run. He plays the world's fastest man. He's terrible. He's awful.
In the Fantastic Beasts, and then in It, he's terrible. Just terrible.
I think he was in it. Was he? He wasn't in it.
Yeah, he was in the latest It. No, wait.
No, he wasn't.
No, not It. What's the other one I'm thinking of? The Stand.
Oh, was he in that? Was he?
Yeah, he played the nut job in that.
Oh, wow.
So he played himself.
Surprise. Yeah.
Such a
something about Kevin, something about
It was so incoherent, though. So
yeah.